Have you ever heard a German number and thought, wait, did they just say that backwards? Well, you're not alone. Today, we are absolutely going to crack the code on German numbers. So stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll be counting to 100, no problem. Right, let's just get straight to the big one, the puzzle that trips everybody up. 21 in German is 21, which literally translates to 1 and 20. It just sounds so wrong, doesn't it? But believe it or not, there's a logic to it, and we're about to unlock it together. Okay, so every code has a key, right? For German numbers, that key is the first 13 digits. We're talking 0 to 12. Now, these don't really follow a pattern. They're the unique building blocks you've just got to memorize. And here they are. You've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, once you get these down, you are well on your way. But listen closely to how a couple of these sound, because there are a few little pronunciation secrets that'll help you sound way more natural. Here's the first secret. That German Z, it's not the buzzing Z's sound we use in English. Nope, it's a really sharp ts sound. Think of the sound at the end of the word cats. Ts. You hear it in zwei for 2 and zehn for 10. Honestly, nailing this one sound will make a huge difference. And here's another little piece of the puzzle. The letter V in German, a lot of the time it actually sounds like an F. So the number 4 isn't pronounced wir with a vibrating V sound. It's vier with a soft F sound. It's a subtle change for sure, but it makes a world of difference. Okay, so we've got our foundation. Now we can actually start building some bigger numbers. Next up, the teens. We're talking 13 to 19. And this is where the system's logic really starts to click. So the formula here is super simple. You literally just take the single-digit number, like drei for 3, and you stick the word for 10, 10, right on the end. So drei plus 10 becomes 13. Literally, 3, 10. How easy is that? Of course, there are always a couple of tiny exceptions, right? For 16 and 17, the original numbers get shortened just a little bit to help them roll off the tongue. So 6 becomes 16, and 7 becomes 17. Just a couple of minor tweaks to keep in mind. Teens, check. Now we're ready for the next level, mastering the tens. This is going to cover all the big steps, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 90. And you'll see they follow their own really clear pattern. Okay, check these out. 20, 30, 40, 50. You hear that? Almost every single one ends in sich. That sich at the end is your big clue. It's pretty much the German equivalent of RT in English, like in 30 or 40. But you probably noticed that one exception in there, the number 30. It's the odd one out. Instead of ending in zig, it ends in sig. Now that funny-looking letter is just a sharp S sound, so we get 30. It's the only time you're going to see that for any number under 100, so don't worry about it too much. And just like that, we have all the pieces. Seriously, we know the basic numbers, we know the teens, and now we know the tens. It is finally time to put it all together and crack that infamous backwards code. Pay attention, because this is the master rule for every single number from 21 all the way up to 99. It's always 3 simple steps. First, you say the unit. Then you add the word und, which just means and. And finally, you finish with the tens number. So it's unit and 10. That's the whole secret. Let's try it out with, say, 54. So we start with the unit, which is 4, or vier. Then we add and, which is und, and we finish with 50, 50. Now you just smash it all together into one long word, 54, literally 4 and 50. See how that works? Okay, so let's go all the way back to the very beginning, that confusing 1 and 20. Well, now we know why. The system demands it. You take the 1, ein, you add und and you finish with 20, 20. Put it together, 21. It's not really backwards, it's just a different order. And once you see the pattern, it makes perfect sense. The code is cracked. All right, let's just zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. We've built everything from the ground up, all the way from 0 to 99. There's just one last easy piece to finish our journey. And after all that complexity, The number 100 is so refreshingly simple. It's just 100. That's it. No weird rules, no backward stuff, just 100. You can say 100 too, but honestly, 100 works just fine. You know, maybe the best way to think about all this is to picture a clock. The German system can feel a little weird at first, but it works just like telling time. Think of the units as the minutes and the tens as the hour. Once you know that you always say the minutes first, you can read any time, or in our case, you can say any number. So there you have it. The code is officially cracked. The system is laid bare. It's not random at all. It's just a different kind of logic. So the real question is, now that you know the secret, what's the first number you're going to try to say? Go on, give it a shot.